From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
And the Bills' first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. There was Eric Armstead coming up quickly and dropping him for a loss.
To the 40-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Take over.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
It's a gain of 34.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
A 4-yard gain.
When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Ayuk to return it. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Milano. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
5-yard line.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier, Trent Murphy, made the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Check 11.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Niners 3, Bills nothing.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now Allen. And he's taken down inside the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. one-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Ball carrier.
3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On second down, it's Freeman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The gun, it's Allen. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're doing a lot of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Brandon Ayuk returning it. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Ayuk on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Coleman. Coleman, the first down and a little extra. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. Watch the call. Watch the call. Check it.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
A loss of 9.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 40-yard line.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Gun. They give to Freeman. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He was tackled.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Third down, Devontae Freeman. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football. And understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 40 points to Mike. 3 buds.
Garoppolo now. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Here's Zach Moss, Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year a season ago. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
With the score.
Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A.J. Klein, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. On the slant, able to find Ayuk. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big third down play there for the Niners. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Being chased out left. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Loss of 2 yards.
Good tackle there by Tremaine Edmonds, who came into the league as one of the youngest players ever drafted in the 1st round and has lived up to the hype and matured quickly. Led the team in tackles last year, can go sideline to sideline and make any kind of play you're looking for. I'm still trying to get over the nightmare of his father burning me for a touchdown back in college.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down by Tre'Davious White.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Play action, Garoppolo. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. And they'll run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Garoppolo on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 17.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin, and it's 3rd and short.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
12-yard line.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Jason Barrett.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, You're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
It's a turnover on down.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mostert, toss left side. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
The 3-yard line.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. And I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on...
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
To number 14.
Stephon Diggs. With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
17. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Here's Ayuk on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's baby side. Alert 3. 12, fellas. Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Edmonds on the tackle.
Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler in 2019, in on the stop.
At the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
3-yard line.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
2-yard gain.
So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One to get yourself in.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, Those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Niners, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool.